Yeah, and
I wasn't recording. So why'd you do that?
well, why not?
It was pretty funny. You did give me the laugh.
Yeah, that's my goal in life.
Even though I don't know. Anyway, what did you... Oh yeah, it's going to be a little foamy. What did you do today? You were off. You didn't work. We didn't work today. I did. You didn't.
I don't.
What'd you do? What the hell?
I don't know. I sat around home.
Fuck you.
I had a lot of homework today, actually.
Yeah.
I was really fucking...
I figured you did something, though. Like, yeah.
I had a shitload of homework to do, so that was basically all I was doing all day.
I'm glad you caught up on that.
Nope.
I'm glad you got cracking on that.
Nope.
No. What the fuck?
I did it. I did a lot of it, but...
Yeah.
I still have to write a 3-page essay. It's due tomorrow.
Essay. You've seen the South Park with that,
Yeah.
where they hire illegal immigrants to write their essays.
Yeah.
So they like write their cousins, like, and they say, "Yeah, I told them hello. I asked how he's been, and then I sent it to him." Like, and then they all freak out, like, "No, we're all gonna fail."
Yeah.
Didn't Butters end up getting a letter from one of them?
I don't
Probably.
remember. But it seems like something Butters would do. Just
Yeah.
get really serious about it. I now I think of when he would. I remember when Butters was the last Mexican, the last of the Mexican, and then he went to Mexico and like became their god. And he's like, I've returned, people, but he's playing a game because they are playing Border Patrol with Mexicans.
Oh.
But they never told Butters the game was over, so he just actually went back to Mexico. He's like, I won.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I don't know if I remember that one either.
Yeah, those games are weird. Or those, yeah. South Park, I feel like it should be said that it is hit or miss. It's not the golden show it used to be. It used to be like one of the greatest things of all time.
Oh, you're saying new seasons?
Yeah, new seasons
Okay.
are like, but like the old stuff is like some of the best adult animation
Oh my god,
ever. Like some of the funniest shit ever. But and they go over so many different topics, and they handle it the best, like the best.
Because
I love-
their whole thing where they shit on everybody,
Yeah.
it makes it actually funny because like Randy's always some like super liberal that is like, it's like, oh wow, he's actually like kind of a piece of shit though.
Yeah, they always
And
make
then-
him like the bad kind, and then like they always try to pick fun on both sides. So you'll be presented with an argument, and both sides just look stupid as hell, and you just get to make fun of everyone. Always Sunny is really good about that too. Like the gun episodes, like when they're like, we're gonna ban guns, and then the other two are like, we're gonna spread awareness about why guns are good, and then like the two sides just like flip flop at the end of the episode. Yeah, that's good stuff.
The gang goes on welfare.
Yeah,
Where they're like fighting about welfare.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dennis and
Oh,
Dee are
yeah.
like making fun of them and stuff. I don't remember how that one concludes.
That's when
it's
Dennis
similar,
and
right?
Dee
Where, like,
get on crack.
Yeah, yeah. That's when they get addicted to crack.
And then they're just addicted to crack for the rest of the series.
They
Like,
don't
yeah,
even.
They'll be
yeah.
around it and they'll be like, we gotta go. Like,
Yeah.
What ended up happening with Charlie and Mac in that episode? I
They-
don't remember.
Frank
I
gave
think
Charlie.
the whole thing.
Frank gave Charlie, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Access to his bank account.
Oh.
And so they bought a bunch of strippers and a limo.
Right. Basically, what people think that if you gave like homeless people money, they would just do a bunch of debaucherous shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then.
And that's so it's like the stereotype of what people think.
Yeah. Dee and Dennis were on the streets just addicted
Right.
to crack.
Right. Good stuff. Yeah, those shows are interesting because I often, like, I find myself debating gun laws constantly with people, and then they probably think I'm like the most like pacifist, like PC, like flower child of all time, and I'm just like, no, there's just a lot of holes in your logic. Like, I actually have like, I really am not decided either way. Like, I am not convinced either side on the gun control thing, honestly, because I see too many valid reasons to own a gun. I just think that the reason why we have a lot of school shootings is because of assault rifles. So I mean, there's just no, I don't know my side on that.
The number one thing that most Republicans are worried about is defending their home, protecting their home.
Yeah. Well, you know why? It's because they're all racist.
Yeah.
And they're afraid of black people and Mexicans and possibly gay people or something. I think gay men are gonna like break into their house
and rape them or something.
So they want guns because they're literally like afraid of like. I don't think they can take a black guy in a fight. That's my theory on why they care so much. Oh, also because of like immigration issues. Yeah, because they think immigrants are like criminals. So it's like, yeah, it's a weird thing. It's like everything they believe in has like a weird underside that nobody talks about much. Like with abortion, it's that they don't want women to have sex ever.
Yeah.
And
well, they think that women can't make rational decisions.
That's yeah. What's another thing the Republicans are really into? I want to say God, but like I don't know. That one, I don't know.
That goes on both sides,
right?
So, like
that, I would say like they use religion to defend things on like the outside. So I wouldn't say like they. To me, like to be like, oh well, they want to defend God. It's like no, not like yeah, they do, but people who are Christian who are Democrats will still be like in favor of abortion and gay marriage and stuff. So I guess gay marriage, they're afraid of gay marriage. I wonder what.
So my family
Yeah.
was always, I've heard comments along the lines of, like, I don't want them hitting on me.
Yeah.
But it's always comes from, like, old people. And it's like, well...
Right. Yeah.
You know...
A young gay man's probably not going to hit on...
You're not that attractive. You're you're past the prime in your life. I don't know who you think wants to fuck you, but it's mostly not gay men.
Yeah.
Like young gay men.
There's a trend people are talking about right now called super straight.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know about super straight?
Yeah, it's a 4chan thing.
Super straight is amazing because it's like, I don't want to date a trans. You're conservative! You say that, and I know you don't want to date a trans. You don't have to come up with another term. You're literally conservative. If you say you're conservative, you don't date trans people. No trans person's going to want to date you. It's literally fine. Like, there's no need to make up a term for it, so... Yeah. We can get further into super trans... Or, sorry, super trans. Super straight.
They're part of the LGBTQ.
We can get a little bit more into super straight after, but... What? So, yeah. So, Republicans and gay marriage. Why do they hate gay marriage so much? Because I don't know. That one's a little bit more tricky on why they...
There's something in the Old Testament...
Well, yeah.
That. And so in the religion aspect, they
but I'm talking about for, like...
that.
Because, like, you can be religious and gay. You can be religious and support gay people. I mean, there's... Just like there's things in the Old Testament, there's plenty of things that Jesus has said where it's like, oh, I can literally be friends with anyone.
Yeah.
So it's like there's something else to it, and you said it comes to like a weird feeling. Oh, that's what it is. So what you're saying is just men in general, because it's usually men, are worried about other men hitting on them. That's because they know the way they hit on women. It's because they know the way they are, like, toxic towards women. And they don't want that shit coming back to them from other men.
Yeah.
So, like, with women, it's like, oh, I have all the power. They cannot stop me. But when it's another man, then you start getting a little bit intimidated.
Would you be, I would be flattered if someone a guy hit on me. I'd be like, oh, thank you.
I think I was very uncomfortable. I can get pretty uncomfortable when guys hit on me. But it's. I don't think it's a homophobic thing because I get uncomfortable when women hit on me too,
and you don't know what to say when a guy hits on you.
Yeah,
because it's not even like when a girl hits on you and you're like, oh no. With a guy, it's like an extra level of no, kind of, but not like in a homophobic way, just in a like.
Well, it's just an automatic no.
I'm not gay. Like, yeah,
it's just a 100% automatic no. There's no point even trying to talk me up. And like the thing is, I think guys think that when you approach a girl, if they say no, it's like, but maybe I can convince them. And this is when like no means no, and you should stop, but they keep going. And this is what people are worried about. There's like no way to get someone to leave you alone without physical altercation. And that's men do this to women. They know they do it to women. They don't want to say it out loud. But yeah, I mean, when girls don't leave me alone. Now, usually when a girl approaches me, and I can tell that she's like actually like a sweet person, you say no, like they say no. I'm so sorry. I'm an idiot. That was so stupid. And then they run away from you, and it's fine. But when it's like someone's like when they're drunk or something, and they just won't fuck off. And girls will touch you. Girls are touchy and feely. Yeah. I do not like when women approach me ever. I have social anxiety. Don't talk to me, period. I don't care who you are. If we're at a party, that's different because it's assumed I'm going to be friends with everyone by the end of the night. But if we're at like a bar, leave me the fuck alone. And so... Yeah, so I don't like it either way. I don't want people to come up and talk to me either way. Right. So I understand that insecurity, but I do believe that there's a weird element to it where they're like, am I going to have to suck a dick if I allow gay marriage? Like, am I going to have to be confronted? And do I have to, what if an alpha male comes up to you and you're like, and he's like, no, we're going on a date. You can't say no because you're in fear.
About to go on a date right behind that bush, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I don't know, I guess that's probably why. Because there's, like I said, it's like there's always a reason. There's always a weird reason Republicans think a certain way. But now we can talk about super straight, because that's fucking hilarious to me. Blair White believes in it. And Blair White, her whole gimmick is that she's a passable trans Republican woman. So she's like, my entire... and she posts pictures in bikinis and stuff. Because she's got fucking fake-ass tits. And she's hot. Like, and people are like... So she's like, every one of my simps, everyone who likes me and watches my YouTube videos, you're gay now. And all her Republican simps are like, what? It's like, dude, this is self-sabotage, Blair. Stop. You need to start saying super straight is fake. Like, but because it's a conservative movement, because it is. It's literally conservatives arguing with each other, pretty much.
Well, I think it's one of those things that started on 4chan, right? Where it was like fucking with people, and then it got spread onto Twitter, and everyone was like, it's real. Like
the same spirit of, like, the people who are like, love is love, pedophilia is love. Like, that was all fake 4chan shit. Yeah. And it spread. It's the same thing, basically.
Twitter finds stuff 4chan says is, like, a stupid... dumb joke, and just like dive into it like it's like the best thing.
Well, they plan it on 4chan and then they try to spread it around, and then 15-year-olds believe it and they spread it around, and then it just spreads and spreads and spreads. And
we should probably explain what super straight is.
Yeah, go ahead and say. Yeah, only because this episode could get dated in a few months. Go ahead and say it.
It's because trans people say you're not straight if you aren't attracted to trans women.
Right. Well, the thing is like, if you're trans... Okay, so if you're straight and you're attracted to women, and then you date a woman who's trans, are you straight or gay? But you wouldn't date the opposite. You wouldn't date a woman who transitioned to a man. You would date a man transitioned to a woman. So like... You like the female aspects of them, of their body. So, like, does that make you straight or gay?
But it's like, super straight is
saying, we only like cis. Yeah. We don't like trans.
Yeah. I thought cis already covered that.
If you just say you're cisgendered? No, because you can be a straight cisgendered man who dates a trans woman. Because... And also, like, bottom surgery is this controversial thing. In America, I think it's more common for people to not get bottom surgery. That's when you get your penis changed to a vagina or vice versa. You can laugh. Anyway.
Penis.
Yeah, I said penis. And I said the other thing, my favorite thing in the world, Virginia. I know everything about West Virginia. I know everything. Vegeta. I mean, that's such a good one. Vegeta.
That's from Family Guy.
Really?
Yeah.
They said Vegeta in Family Guy?
Yeah, and Peter goes up to like some kind of... It's fajitas or something?
Oh, fajitas.
Yeah, he's like, can I get 12 chicken Vegetas?
That's awesome. But yeah, so bottom surgery in other places in the world it's more common. In America it's less common because, like in Europe, your insurance, like, you know, is free. Like, you have free medical coverage, and it covers that. So you can transition for free. So people just do it. It's not a big deal there. But here, it's not cheap to transition. It's very expensive to transition here. So you could say America is definitely not the most free country in the world, and we don't have the most freedoms, and yeah, we're failing there. We're not the most progressive country in the world. But anyway,
we were ranked like...
yeah.
I don't know.
Like 17th.
Yeah.
In freedoms?
Yeah.
Individual freedoms? Or, yeah.
In the freest countries.
Yeah, because we're not.
Yeah.
Not even close.
We didn't even break top 10. But
no, of course not. I don't know if that's a news to anyone. I feel like all Americans today know this. Even conservatives, like, they know this. Like, everyone.
But they think it's for different reasons.
Maybe, yeah.
A lot of them think it's for the same reason, but they have different solutions too.
Yeah.
Like I'll see some of my very conservative Facebook friends say, like, you just gotta follow the money and see why they're like
right.
why
Which
they're doing this. And
Democrats would say too.
It's like, okay, I 100% agree with that, but I think we're looking at different money trails, or at least.
Well, yeah. They're like, it's the Jews, and
yeah. It's like,
and you're like, no.
No, I think it's
probably the Koch brothers.
Wall Street and such.
Let's finish Super Straight real quick.
Yeah.
So so some people, like, I could understand, like, if you asked me if I would date a trans person, like, I wouldn't want to date someone who has a penis. I would want to date someone who has a vagina. So I've never been in that situation. I will say there's lots of really hot trans girls, and one of my favorite YouTubers is a trans girl, and I followed her for 2 years and didn't know she was trans. It's because she's fucking hot. So that's how it works. And then I found out that she was like a trans sex worker before she was on YouTube. And I was like, what? I could see her naked? And then I saw her, you know, and I was like, wait, oh yeah, that's right. I don't want the dick part. So that's my thoughts on that. Everything else was really hot.
Just Christian.
Yeah, it was Christian. No, Christian doesn't even take like hormone treatment or anything. Christian takes like homemade remedies because it's Christian, and everything Christian does is wrong. Christian does not do a single thing right in life. Christian is an example of doing literally everything wrong in life. So, yeah, but yeah, so Super Straight. If you're attracted to someone, and then they say, "Oh, but they're trans," you cannot turn around and say you're not attracted now. You already are. You're just saying, "Oh, well, that makes me not interested." Fine, but you are still attracted to them. Like, you're attracted to trans people.
Well, that's the difference, though, between physical attraction and, like,
right,
emotional attraction.
Yeah. But of course, no one's asking about emotional attraction if we're talking about, like, you're just looking at them and you...
Well, if we're talking about dating, though.
Right, but if you look at someone, you say, wow, they look attractive, and then you find out, it's like, okay, it's like no one was talking about dating at that point, because these are conservatives, so we're talking about fetishizing people, like objectifying human beings, is what we're talking about.
Right.
So when they're like, okay, so do you find this person attractive? Yes. They're trans. Never mind. there is no never mind. You found them attractive. Again, what you're saying, yeah, they can say, oh, I don't want to date them now because they're trans. But you can't take back that you can be grossed out with yourself and have self-hate and all that shit, but if you're attracted to them, then you're attracted to them.
In that case, then, so, like, if I got a picture of James Charles' ass and blew it up real tight so that you
only saw the ass?
Just a big
a lot of
butt ass?
A lot of people
Does that make you gay then? If I show my friend and I'm like, would you fuck that ass? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, it's James Charles, you fucking... dude.
Well, I would argue James Charles, because I've seen that ass pic, and I literally thought it was a woman, because I didn't know who James Charles was that much. And I was like, this is a woman. But, like, yeah, I mean...
Does that make you gay, then? Because you did find it physically attractive up until you found out...
But he's trying to look more like a woman.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very feminine figure. I mean, James Charles even wears, like a ton of makeup, even taking nudes. So it's like
right, but he's not trans though. He's
gay. He's a gay man. He just is a super feminine like man. So it is that weird thing where it's like, you know, I saw this post where it was like saw some traps on 4chan, which are dudes who wear like really girly clothes and then like put on makeup and shave their legs and they're just dressing in drag essentially. And then they're like. Met a trap boy on some website, or met like a femboy on some website. Started hanging out, had sex a few times, just started gaming. He needed a place to stay. Moved in together, casually fucking game every day. End up in a loving gay relationship. And it's like, it is this weird thing where it's like, I think that the reason why so many girls come out as bi or pansexual is because it's more socially accepted for them. I truly think that. And even liberal men are like, yeah, I support gay rights. And I believe they probably are repressing it themselves. I totally do. But it is weird to... I don't know. It's a weird thing. But everyone has an ass, and some people have nice asses. And I mean, if you have a nice ass, you have a nice ass. What's the thing from Boondocks? It's like, booty is booty. No, we can do this the easy way. We can just start, yeah. Yeah.
Now listen, I like you, and I want you.
That's why they do it in jail, man. Because by that point, you're just deprived, and you're like,
When it's a power thing.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, I'm gonna fuck you
It's like
now.
dominant, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, please don't fuck me, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Anyway, they feminize criminals. Yeah, it's a weird thing. I don't know. I actually don't know if that makes you gay or straight. That's the thing. I want to normalize saying that you don't know something. And I'm normalizing saying, I don't know if you like James Charles' ass if you're gay or straight.
I'm not saying I like James Charles' ass, but...
No, but if you showed people James Charles' ass, they would say, oh, that's a nice ass. And you'd be like, no, that's a guy. And they would not know. Yeah. You would not know it's a guy's ass. If you showed it to a girl, they would think it's a girl's ass. It looks like a girl's ass. Yeah. I
remember seeing... I think the first time I saw it was like someone like blew it up and then like zoomed out, and I was like, I would never have guessed that was attached to a guy.
Well, the thing is, a lot of girls who have like... There's, like, multiple kinds of butts. Just like there's multiple kinds of body types in general.
Right.
And some butts look like just giant spheres of like, glory. But it's, like, muscle. Because they're, like, doing, like, leg workouts. And that's how a lot of, like, these Instagram models get, like, their booties this way. And so, what's to stop a guy from doing those same workouts? You don't see, like, guys...
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't see most guys, like, doing that shit. But... You get a gay guy who's completely comfortable wearing makeup and doing like all these like makeup tutorials. Why would he be like, yeah, I want a big fucking fat ass. I'm fucking gay. Like, I want a gay big fat ass. So why wouldn't he do that? So yeah. But we're gonna talk about James Charles. We should talk about the fact that he did just sex the 16-year-old the other day, like a few weeks ago.
Again?
Yeah. Again, it's a new guy. And he made an apology where he's like, I asked him if he was 18. He said yes. Then I asked him again, and he said he was 16. My bad. And the guy's like, yeah, I mean, it says 16 on my Instagram, and he added my Snapchat off my Instagram. It's like, oh, so you were preying on your fans? Yes, you were preying on your fans. Which is, even if he was 18, preying on your fans is bad.
That's what he's been doing, though.
Yeah, he goes to people who follow him, and then he adds them on Snapchat or whatever, and then he's like, you want to see my dick? And then he shows them, and then they take screenshots, and they say, all right, James, you're canceled, and then no one cares. And then he just doesn't get in trouble for it.
I know, he's still not in trouble, like...
Yeah.
He's still probably
Make sure you're a little bit, somewhat close to the mic.
He's still, like, probably fine.
He was off of social media for like a week, now he's back. Like, no one cares. Like, literally no one cares that he did that.
Yeah. That's what happened, like...
That's what happened
every time.
Yeah, he's literally a predator. Like, he's literally a predator. And no one cares. And, yeah.
Because he's queen.
Who even likes him?
I don't know.
Nobody!
I've never met
Nobody
a
actually
person.
likes James Charles.
He just makes money off controversy. Like, if people quit talking about him, like, if people who didn't like him... Honestly, this goes with... We were just watching that Hassan video, and he was talking about the culture war. If people quit talking about the shit they didn't like, 95% of it would go away.
Yeah, because a lot of people are just contrarian. And they just, when they hear you say something like, oh, you don't like this?
Like the Mr. Potato Head and the Dr. Seuss shit over this last week.
The Mr. Potato Head thing was completely fabricated. None of it was real. Literally, some random headline just made it up. They're like...
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah. It was like... They're gonna just... You're gonna sell, like, blank potato heads or whatever, so people can put whatever pieces on they want. And then they're like... They're making non-binary, non-gendered potato... That's not what they did! Or no, they're like, no more Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. Now it's only non-binary. That's not true! You're lying!
It's a fucking potato. It wasn't like
yeah, it's a fucking potato.
They didn't cut his fucking dick off. Like,
all they did was just take out Mr., right?
No, you can buy Mr. Potato Head and Mrs. Potato Head separately still. I think the brand name is just Potato Head or something now. But you can still buy... Mr. Potato Head, it looks like the motherfucker from Toy Story, or Mrs. Potato Head, which looks like the other motherfucker from Toy Story. It's both of them you can buy still, and they're like, they literally, Hasbro made a statement. They're like, we're not discontinuing nothing. You can still get this shit. But the point is that, like, you know, you're supposed to buy all the different packs or whatever and put whatever the fuck you want on. So, this is a toy made for literally 3-year-olds, by the way.
Yeah.
Who don't know... Who barely even understand gender concepts in the first place.
And it doesn't even look like a guy that much.
No.
Like, the only way you know is the mustache.
Yeah, it has a mustache. So it's not... Yeah, it's not real. Like, none of it's real.
What do you think about Dr. Seuss?
I barely know anything about this conversation. All I know is that the books that got banned... are like obscure books that nobody even knows about.
Mm-hmm. So they didn't even get banned. The publisher decided to quit publishing them.
Oh.
Because on their own, like they didn't get canceled or whatever. They were just like, they were reading through it and there's some picture of like the big...
There's like a really
big yellow
racist
teeth,
Chinese
like
thing.
rice hat Chinese guy, and there's some like...
And there's a random book that seems kind of weird, like racist towards black people or something.
Yeah, they draw black people in the like grass skirts with the big like lip rings.
Which was kind of normalized back then.
Yeah, it was the 40s.
Also, and it's become less normal. And if a kid read that now, they'd be like, "What the fuck?" They'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Also, in the 40s, everyone hated Asian people.
Yeah, because in World War II, we fucking hated Asian people.
Yeah.
So
Dr. Seuss was a
propaganda.
World War II propaganda artist.
Yeah, and so. Like, but people are like, oh, so now we can't read Cat in the Hat? Like, you can. No. You literally can. No one is against it.
It's just like these 8 books.
Literally no one canceled. It's the same thing. All cancel culture, at one point, may have been a thing, but at this point, it's just totally been obliterated. It's not real at all. No one gets canceled. Like,
it's just people complaining about stuff going away that they liked.
Yeah.
And I've had stuff go away that I liked for a long time. That's just how TV and everything works. It's like, oh no, they canceled my favorite show. guess I'll be, disappointed about it for a couple of weeks. Like, whatever.
And it's not like you can't ever read these books again. It's not illegal to read these books. Well, you can fucking find them.
Yeah, you can find them. Yeah, it's not like you'll... Yeah. It's not like you can't sell it or something. Anyway.
I'm sure they're published online. Someone's probably making millions of dollars selling copies off eBay.
Conservatives are just buying the shit out of them because they're like... Yeah, but conservatives are dumb. They literally think it's like... I saw a guy who had an Instagram picture or something. There was like him holding Cat in the Hat and like red fish, blue fish. It was like how to destroy a liberal. And it's like, no one cares. Literally, no one cares. The conservatives are just having conversations with themselves about destroying the libs, and it's like, no. Most of us don't even know what the fuck's going on with this situation. It's just funny. The potato head thing was the same way. I don't know. Can we talk about the girl on TikTok who... The reason I made a TikTok a few weeks ago was just to make fun of this girl.
You made a TikTok?
Yes, I actually made a TikTok. And what I found is pretty much everyone I've followed on Twitter and YouTube is who I follow on TikTok. It's just literally Instagram too.
Yeah.
But everything... But like, so this woman made like a rap song about Eminem being canceled. And it's the most cringe thing of all time. And it's like, oh, so Gen Z's trying to cancel Eminem? And it's like, no. Who was even talking about Eminem? Literally, no one was talking about Eminem until she made that video. And now everyone's like, do you see this girl talking about Eminem being canceled?
Yeah,
And it's just like, me and Shane are talking about it at work, how Eminem hasn't made a good song since like 2004 or something, and...
I like Godzilla quite a bit, actually.
What's that? What even is that?
That's the one he did with
his newer songs.
Yeah, that's what Shane was talking about. I don't know what that is.
It's pretty good. That one, and then he did one with Logic that was... okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't great, but...
Logic has a really die-hard cult following, like... People fucking love
I don't
Logic.
like Logic.
I don't like him either. But I know a lot of people who like... It's like, if you like Logic, he's like in like one of your top 5 rappers or something. Like, people just really like Logic a lot.
Yeah, and I don't really care either way about him.
Yeah, I think I like watching his interviews. I think he's a really interesting person. But his music's like, okay, I guess. Yeah. But Eminem made a song about Gen Z canceling him, which just like made it even worse. And it's not very good. Obviously, it's Eminem, but
it's called tone deaf.
Some of Eminem's like, well, someone's tone deaf. But anyway,
Eminem.
Yeah, Eminem's tone deaf. Yeah.
That's what his song's about.
Yeah.
Is I'm tone deaf. He says that.
Really?
Yeah. He's just like, fuck you, I don't care what I say.
Oh, well, okay. Well, like, the thing is, that's fine. But, like, if you don't care, then don't care. Like, just actually don't care. But, I don't know. Literally, in 2003 or 4, whatever, the last song for me that I thought Eminem really knocked out of the park was that song, what is it called? I don't know.
Rap God?
No. He says, what is this name of the song? Where he's like, it's literally about him being canceled, but it came out in like 2003 or something. And he's like,
Still don't give a fuck?
No. It's off like one of his, literally, his 3rd or 4th album. He's like, it looks like time for me, everybody, follow me, we need a little controversy, feel so empty without
Slim
me.
Shady? Real Slim Shady?
No! I'm talking, this is like, okay, after Real Slim Shady came out. Like, Real Slim Shady, Please Stand Up, it was after that.
Now this looks like a good job for me.
Yeah, that song. That song. That was one of his last great songs. Without Me, that was called. But he also has songs called, like, Where's America or whatever. It was off, like, an album before that. He has a bunch of songs about how people try to cancel him back in, like, the 2000s. But we didn't call it cancel culture. We just called it. It wasn't even haters. Wasn't even a thing yet. We just said like, oh, I have critics. Well, fuck you.
Yeah.
And so that's his entire career has been that. So people are like, Gen Z's trying to cancel. He's already been people whatever. Like all of his songs about him being canceled. That's all he ever talks about. That's how he's been canceled. It's just really silly. It's a really silly. Cancel culture is like the silliest thing. Anyone who like unironically believes in it in 2021 is just like delusional in a weird world. There's a rapper who has a song called "Fake Woke," and it's like godlike in for all the wrong reasons. It's the same guy who makes songs about white people being persecuted, and like people will be like, "This is so true." And he's got a lyric where he's like, everyone's being, all of our childhood heroes got Me Too'd for being rapists. And he's saying it's like a bad thing. Like they got Me Too'd. And it's like, well, if they were actually rapists, then it's probably a good thing that it got Me Too'd.
Yeah.
Some of Me Too was controversial, but not all. I mean, it kicked off with Harvey Weinstein, and that needed to really happen. So.
Harvey Weinstein and then Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
From that.
Yeah, no, that's what really kicked it all off. So it's not like I can say the whole entire movement was bad just because like Chris Hardwick was actually like and Johnny Depp, those two were like actually just didn't do anything wrong. But besides that, I mean, a lot of other people.
Johnny Depp's still in the middle of that shit.
Yeah, it's still going on.
Yeah.
The wife finally got like fired from Aquaman.
2.
Yeah, she's not gonna be in Aquaman 2 anymore.
Yes. But she's like, Johnny's getting blamed still.
Oh yeah, no.
Even after.
Yeah, no. Well, people are gonna dunk on him forever. Yeah.
Well, like, even after all this shit, like, there's loads of evidence of.
Yeah.
About Amber Heard being.
He recorded a bunch of like her voice clips of her abusing him. Like.
Yeah. Like there's a ton of and Johnny Depp's still being like blamed.
Yeah.
And shamed for it, and it's like, come on.
It really sucks.
And Amber Heard got away with it for a while.
Yeah.
I think the lawsuit's still going on too.
Yeah. Yeah. Johnny Depp got kind of fucked over pretty bad.
I love Johnny Depp too.
I won't say that.
I love him.
But I know that you are a Tim Burton fan.
Yeah.
And if you're a Tim Burton fan, you're also a Johnny Depp fan.
Yeah.
That's just how it works. So.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
Pirates.
That's
Literally
all.
anything with Johnny Depp.
Yeah. I was gonna start. I literally was about to say 2 Tim Burton movies that didn't feature Johnny Depp, and I was like, oh wait, never mind. I can't mention those.
Why?
Because we're talking about Johnny Depp. I was like, oh, Nightmare Before Christmas.
He wasn't in
89 Batman. I was because I just like those Tim Burton movies, the ones that don't have Johnny Depp in it.
Was Alice in Wonderland's?
Yeah, because Johnny Depp is the Mad Hatter.
Yeah, I know.
And they made him like the main character, basically. Not like the main character, but he's like the antagonist or something.
He's not the antagonist.
Who
Mad
is he?
Hatter's not the antagonist of the story.
He's like on the cover of the movie, though.
Yeah, he's just like a guy, a friend.
I know, but like they pushed the Mad Hatter in the advertisement. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like they like really emphasize Mad Hatter because it's Johnny Depp.
Yeah, because fucking Johnny Depp.
Who cares?
I like Johnny Depp.
I'm not gonna go watch a movie because of fucking Johnny Depp. I actually would probably actively avoid a movie if Johnny Depp was in it. Except for Pirates of the Caribbean, because those movies are pretty goddamn good. So I'm sorry that I only like Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm trying to think of a movie with Johnny Depp that I actually really like, and I can't think of it.
There's one he's in called...
I'm not a Depp fan. I'm not a Depp head.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
No! Fuck that movie. That movie's terrible. Hate that movie. Johnny Depp's done a lot of shitty movies.
There's one...
But he did Edward Scissorhands, and I know a lot of people really like that musical movie.
Oh, it's Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd. A lot of people really like Sweeney Todd.
No, there was, it's like called fucking, like, Cash or... No, it's called Blow.
Blow? Oh, Blow is a pretty famous movie.
That movie's really good.
I've never seen it. Because I probably saw Johnny Depp and was like, I'm not gonna...
Johnny Depp's the best part.
I'm just joking. I've just never seen Blow. I always hear people talk about it.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix, so I watched it.
Yeah. Netflix has got a really good selection of movies at one point. Right before like Disney hit big with Disney Plus, and then HBO came and said, "We're actually the best one now." Just or Netflix.
They both have some of the shittiest UI of any streaming service.
Netflix's streaming service like blows them out of the water.
Yeah.
Hulu
as like a
even
functioning
does.
app.
Hulu's great.
Yeah, HBO Max and Disney Plus both barely work. They spend all their budget on like getting shows, I guess, or they just don't. They're just cheap and don't pay to have good UIs. But
they just don't give a fuck.
The Falcon show is supposed to come out in like a week or two or something.
It's like a week.
It's like WandaVision just ended and we're about to get the Falcon show. So
I'm excited.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanna. Yeah, Falcon. Everyone's favorite.
Care.
Yeah, that's what. No one cared about Wanda either. So it was like, make me care, and I don't.
At least Wanda was like, Scarlet Witch shit. It's kind of cool.
I literally like Scarlet Witch more than those other two characters, but it's like, with her you can do lots of stuff because she's got mystical powers. What can you do to hook me?
There's gonna be so much CGI fighting.
Because with the Mandalorian. They hook you in the first episode. Right away. The hook is right there.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna... In WandaVision, the hook is like that... It's like in the past. Which, without saying it outright, without just going, hey, this isn't what it seems. It's pretty much saying that. It's like very much so like, okay, something's up with this
very
show.
like mysterious.
Right. And so what is the hook going to be with Falcon and Winter Soldier?
CGI fights?
I have no expectations for this. I don't know.
There's gonna be it's gonna be watching a Captain America movie. They're gonna be fucking riding on cars, fighting people, and like telling jokes. So
Captain America 2 is really cool because of like the espionage stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know. I don't always like that in a series. If it's like a serious like action drama. Then I don't think I'm gonna care that much. Just because Falcon, I can fly. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know the original Falcon design where he's like just a guy with like wings. He doesn't have like metal. He's just like literally a dude in a costume, and the costume has like wings on it, and he just like
flaps.
Yeah, he's like, I'm a Falcon.
I didn't know that.
I can fly. Yeah, the old because he's like from the 60s or whatever, or 70s probably. Yeah, you know Falcon.
But like, it just looks like boring.
Yeah.
The trailer was like meh.
I didn't even watch it because that's how little I care about Falcon. I do like Winter Soldier as a character, but I guess so. The whole point is that Falcon's gonna have the Captain America shield. He's gonna be good. He's gotta do. But what the fuck did Captain America even do in those movies? He just did little silly missions. He never he's literally just like a soldier that did stuff. Like
exactly. He rode on top of cars and beat people up.
Yeah, the drama in the second movie, because the first movie was about him in World War II, and setting up the events of everything basically. And so in the second movie, the drama was that there's a bunch of shit that happened from the 1940s is like resurfacing nowadays. And there's a bunch of moles, and there's like secret espionage shit going on, all this crazy shit behind the scenes, and he's like peeling off the black tape, and he's going deep undercover.
Wait,
and
which one is that?
In Captain America 2. Captain America 2 they took a lot of inspiration.
Is that the Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that one.
That one's really good, but the drama of the movie is, he's not just gonna do missions for America because there's corruption. He's got to fight the corruption inside, which is really cool and really relatable for American viewers. And that's what Captain America is about. Captain America is about what America should be, not what it is. And that's why in the Civil War comics he doesn't go with the government. He goes against the government. That's what makes him a compelling, interesting character. Is he's very morally righteous.
He's a patriot, not a nationalist.
Yeah, he's not a fucking nationalist. He's a 1942 fucking America lover. So, then the third movie is Civil War, and it's kind of just like Avengers 2.5 or something. but yeah, it's like the hook. But even that movie, the drama was a political debate. So like, what's the drama going to be for Falcon and Winter Soldier? Can I say this? Oh wait, did you guys watch the Cosmonaut video for WandaVision?
No, I didn't know there was one out yet.
I
don't keep up with him the whole time, but I do watch him.
He said my one complaint, and so now I'm like, okay, everyone's gonna think I stole it from Cosmonaut. But the last episode, what the fuck? What? Why was it just a big battle? Like it was like the end of. It was like watching. It was like every Marvel movie has a really boring battle at the end, and it was like, oh, this is the boring battle part, and it was like the whole episode. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even understand what the fuck happened. It just kind of happened.
Vision and Vision talked to each other, and then Vision was like, "Bye, Vision." Yeah. And then Vision flew off.
Well, so the white clone Vision is still exists, I guess.
But Vision touched Vision's head and like
he gave him his memories or something.
Yeah.
So is Vision alive?
It glowed yellow like the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
So I think he kind of put the Soul Stone inside.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't have the real Soul Stone in him anymore.
Right, but he has all the memory of the Soul Stone.
Right.
He copied it.
That's true. So yeah. I don't know much. Yeah, basically a bunch of stupid shit happened, and it was just a bunch of people flying around shooting fireballs at each other, which is never looks good. Always boring as fuck to watch. I can go watch Harry Potter if I want to watch Harry Potter. Okay, if I want to watch a boring ass fucking movie, I can just...
And then, have you seen the memes about her suit?
No,
because she looks fucking hot.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. In the Halloween episode.
No. In the last episode. Oh. In her superhero suit. Every time she wears like the little like one piece thing with like the tights under, it's like, oh okay. Even the whole show is horny as fuck. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. They said something about masturbating again or something.
I didn't catch that one.
Sex or something.
Like Elizabeth Olsen, they're like, look, she's hot. We're gonna make her. We're just gonna fucking sex her up. I think she's fine with it. I think she wants it.
No, at the very end, there's like
I don't remember. Apparently, I watched one of the hidden scenes at the end. Apparently, there's two. I didn't even see the second one. People were like, "Oh, it's a Doctor Strange." I'll watch Doctor Strange when it comes out. I don't give a shit. I already knew she was in Doctor Strange. They announced she was in Doctor Strange before Doctor Strange, or before the show was even like announced. Like they announced she was going to be in Doctor Strange too.
The only one I remember is when she's flipping through the book.
That's probably the one. I think I saw that and was like, "Oh, what even is this?" I watched the one. The black chick is the other black chick's daughter from Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
So now she has superpowers.
Yep.
Well, I don't know who that character's supposed to be.
I don't remember her name.
Is there some character with superpowers and that like that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel.
Well, what was her powers what was her power in the show? She did like one thing.
She has blue eyes.
Oh, she got shot with a bullet and it just like went through her liquid body.
Yeah.
And she can see like electricity and stuff.
She's Electro. They're setting up Electro.
No. People kept posting on Twitter. I didn't watch the final episode, and it had been out for like 2 days. And people are posting a bunch of different like pictures of Storm from X-Men, but I didn't recognize any of the pictures. And I was like, I swear to God, if Storm is in the last episode, and you guys are spoiling Storm, and then I just like had to go watch it, and I was like, okay, Storm wasn't in it, and it was like the most boring shit ever. I was like, oh, every episode was good to the last episode. The end. That's my review.
Apparently,
but everyone online was like, that episode was so good. Oh my God. It's like, no, it wasn't. It was just generic.
Apparently it was supposed to end differently. Like, they had, like... Because it was supposed to be 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Remember Trevor talking about that?
Yeah. Yeah, it felt weird because they had 9 episodes. And I remember reading something saying, like, the last few episodes were all going to be, like, an hour long or something. And it was like, what?
Yeah, it seems like they rushed.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
They're just like, okay, we have
5 more minutes to go. CGI battle.
Yeah.
We have an entire episode to fill.
An entire episode of just people flying and shooting fireballs at each other or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty boring. I feel like there's better, more compelling ways to do ending climactic fight scenes. I know, like, so a fight scene represents, like, the ideas clashing. And so, I'm not saying fight scenes are bad. I think Captain America 3 is a great example. Like, when it's Captain America and Bucky, like Winter Soldier, fighting Iron Man. It's really cool. And it looks really brutal. Because they're actually, even though Iron Man's like a CGI, they're actually like fist fighting. So when Captain America shoves the shield in his core, it's like, fuck, did he just kill Iron Man? Like, what the fuck? Like it's very violent and brutal to see people getting like punched around.
Yeah.
Even in Avengers Infinity War, which is nothing but CGI cartoon characters hitting each other, it's like Thanos will punch Iron Man and a bunch of his mask would fly off and then like recreate itself. And then like, oh, so you know that has impact. You know he's getting punched really fucking hard. So it's actually cool to watch. But when it's just people flying around and going, sticking there, just pretending to shoot lasers. Yeah, they're literally doing some Naruto-ass shit. Doing the...
I don't know why she does that with her hands. Scarlet, she's
like, white power.
Yeah.
That's her little fingers up. Yeah, no, it's terrible. It's so bad. I hate it.
Yeah.
It was boring. And whatever. Whereas The Mandalorian is...
They didn't even do anything with Evan Peters. He's just a normal guy.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. But I felt like there was no climax for that character though.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that was one of the cut things. I think Trevor was talking about something about like he did something.
Oh.
But like,
well, he's not actually Quicksilver.
Yeah, I know. He's just a guy who has super speed because she gave him super speed or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was weird because it was like he didn't do anything. Like he was like, "Hey, I'm actually just a guy," and then that was it. And like there was no climax for him. He didn't do shit. He had no arc.
But like
I think he's coming back in something.
I hope so.
I thought it was going to be like the X-Men clash.
What I really wanted was for him to have been pulled from another dimension.
Yeah.
And no. That's not happening.
But they were like, "Oh, we are doing it," and then they're like, "No."
She literally said "kick ass" because Evan Peters and the guy who played the other Quicksilver were both in Kick-Ass, and then they both became Quicksilver.
Wait, they were?
Yeah. The main character from Kick-Ass is the Avengers version of Quicksilver.
Really?
Yeah. And then he was like one of his best friend characters in the Kick-Ass movie. And then in Kick-Ass 2, he got recasted, and then she said, "You recasted Pedro?" So they just like made a bunch of references, because it was a weird situation, because like two Kick-Ass stars, both going to be playing Quicksilver, but neither are canon with each other. Yeah. Which I gotta say, Evan Peters, the best scene in Days of Future Past is the Quicksilver scene. Where, have you seen that movie, Jeremiah?
I have, but I don't remember which movie that is.
That's the one where Wolverine is sent back in time. And so you get the first class X-Men and the X-Men 1, 2, and 3 X-Men in the same movie.
Okay.
Like the old Magneto and the old Xavier are in it. And they're like, "Wolverine, we have to send you back in time." And he's like, "Okay." And then he goes back.
Is that where the mansion blows up and he pulls everyone out of there? Or is that where...
No.
Get Magneto out of prison.
It's Magneto out of prison, yeah. It's literally, they do the same scene all over again when the mansion blows up.
Yeah.
And that's disappointing. Because they literally just did the same fucking thing and that would work again.
The first...
But that was an Apocalypse, which is a much worse movie.
Okay.
Apocalypse is not a good movie. But Days of Future Past is one of my favorite... Like, that movie makes me happy to have watched all the X-Men movies leading up to that. Like, I was like, oh, now I don't feel like an idiot for watching X-Men 1, 2, and 3. Because 1 was okay at the time. Because 1 came out before the first Spider-Man movie. You have to remember, that was the one that really kicked off the superhero boom. Because it was the first Marvel Comics, like, movie, and, like, that was, like, modern. And
it was like Blade came out just before that.
Yeah. So, like, that movie really set everything in motion. And then X-Men 2 was actually pretty good. Just like Spider-Man 2 was actually pretty good. And then X-Men 3, much like Spider-Man 3, disaster. Terrible. Not good. And then Future Past kind of fixed it all. And connected it with First Class and said, yes, these are actually canon timelines. It's just alternate dimension shit. And I'm like, okay, that works for me.
Yeah.
And it was cool. And all the actors from like both universes were in it. It was awesome. It was a cool movie. But they didn't advertise it as like a crossover between the two X-Men's. They just like, this is the next X-Men movie. You just had to be a nerd and be like, oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
The guy who played Quicksilver in Ultron also plays John Lennon in Nowhere Boy.
What?
Yeah.
That's him?
Yeah.
That guy... Okay. Nowhere Boy is a movie about John Lennon, obviously, but back when John Lennon was still in high school. That's what the movie's about. Because John Lennon knew Paul McCartney and George Harrison in high school. Okay? John Lennon's... We have to watch Nowhere Boy someday, because it's actually a good movie. But
I really want to watch it.
But there's a weird part in it, and I'm going to get to that real quick. So, John Lennon's real life. When he was like 3, his parents divorced, and what happened is, neither of them took him. So, John's aunt, which is the mom's sister, took him in and raised John Lennon. So, she was very, very strict, but like, John Lennon does, like, they love each other. But the movie does portray it as, like, she's kind of, like, too strict. But they do, like, in real life, they get along very well. So anyway...
Used to.
Anyway, so, John Lennon only got to play harmonica. And when he met his real mom, his aunt was like, no, don't meet her. She's a fucking dumb bitch. And then he's like, but it's me, mom. So then his mom's like, I'm literally going to teach you to be a rock star, and it's going to change your life forever. And he's like, okay. And that's literally what happened in real life. The real life story of John Lennon is, I finally met my mom at 16. Hey, be a rock star. Okay. And then he becomes the most successful music writer of all fucking time. That's the actual real story of John Lennon. So, but in the movie...
He only knew how to play harmonica before then?
Yeah, something like that. He literally learned to play guitar, like, right after meeting his mom. His mom was like, play this. And then he did. His mom was literally a fucking slut who wanted to sleep with rock stars. Literally. and well, like, she fantasized about it. She didn't actually do it.
Yeah.
And she's like, you gotta do this, dude. You gotta be a rock star, because they're the coolest. Like, Elvis Presley, he's fucking cool. And he's like, okay, I'll be cool like Elvis. And then he just fucking was like, I'm gonna play guitar because I want my mom's love. And then he became like the best fucking musician ever. So then he, but in the movie, the director, who happened to be like a 40-year-old woman, put in a bunch of scenes where they would like cuddle in bed together, and she would like caress him, and she'd be like, here, I'll show you how to play it, and like puts her hands like behind, like, it's really weirdly sexual. And that same 40-year-old director, after the movie released in theaters, ended up dating the guy who played John Lennon.
Oh.
And he was like 19. So she put in a bunch of like mother-son incest shit because it's her actual fetish. And she wants to fuck young boys. Like, she wants to fuck like 19-year-olds or something. She's like she's just a fucking cougar. And she dated the guy from Kick-Ass. I didn't know it was the guy from Kick-Ass, but now you say that, they do look literally alike, so... Yeah, it's the guy from Kick-Ass, I just realized that. We should watch Nowhere Boy next movie night. It's a good movie. It's seriously a good movie.
I was gonna say we could probably watch it tonight.
We could.
It's pretty early. We're done with the podcast.
Yeah, podcast is about to be over. We can get some food and then just watch Nowhere Boy. I love that movie. Even though I spoiled a big part of it by talking about John Lennon's actual life. But for those of you out there, if you go decide to watch Nowhere Boy, because I sold you on, it's a really good movie, really good cinematography, like really good. Too good for like a little indie film like what it was. And if you like it, John Lennon wrote a song called Julia. It's about his mom. It's one of my favorite songs off the White Album. There you go. You watch the movie, then you're like, oh, and then you listen to the song, and you're like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Cool, because you know about John Lennon's actual life. John Lennon's dad, he didn't even know when he met his mom. He never talked to his dad until the Beatles were already very rich. And his dad was like, I just want to reunite, that's all. I just want to reconnect with my son. He's like, yeah, now. Now you do. So, yeah, John Lennon's dad was a piece of shit. And there you go. John Lennon really pretty much just liked his mom and his aunt. And his aunt, I think, is still alive. I don't know. I could be wrong.
She would be really fucking old.
Oh, yeah.
She was alive in, like, I don't know. She might be dead now. But she was, yeah. She did a lot of interviews after he died. Because people are like, we gotta talk to Aunt Mimi. Aunt Mimi knows everything. Aunt Mimi bought him his first guitar after...
Yeah, she died in 1991.
Oh, okay. That's sad.
That's a very long time
ago. I didn't know she was dead.
It's 30 years.
I know.
This year.
That's sad. How old was she?
She's fucking old.
85.
Alright, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
John Lennon was like 2 when he died.
I forgot we're talking about like the 60s. Like John Lennon was popular in the 60s.
Yeah.
But he died in 1980.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1980.
In America, from a gun. What does that tell you? If he was in the UK, he would have lived. So, just saying.
Wait, when did they ban guns in the UK?
I don't know. I don't know if they were ever not banned.
They were.
When were they banned?
I don't know.
Fuck. We need to find out. Are you typing that in?
He was 40 when he died. John Lennon was 40.
Yeah. I mean, that's good. At least he didn't die.
No, it's not good. It was John Lennon.
At least he didn't die in his 20s like a lot of rock stars, yeah. UK gun ban. That was banned in 1997. Damn it.
Following the Dunblane massacre.
So he may have still been killed in the UK.
Oh my gosh.
It's
the UK
funny.
had 2 mass shootings and then they banned gun.
Yeah.
The US is going on like 50 mass shootings.
Well, this, like, past few years, 50. There's probably like hundreds if count.
Same thing with Australia had 1 really bad mass shooting and then they banned guns.
Yeah.
But the US...
They banned guns entirely?
Australia, yeah. Australia had like a gun buyback plan where if you sold your gun to the government, you would get like a shit ton. You would get like 3 times the worth or something. That's not. I don't know the right number, but you got more money than it was worth. That was like your incentive to just give your guns back, because they can't just come in and steal them from you.
Right.
So like, well, we'll just pay you. So everyone did it, and you know, it was the culture. It was like if you had a gun there, you're probably gonna get shamed by people. So it was like the culture. Everyone just wanted to get rid of the guns, basically. And yeah, no more mass shootings. And yeah, I mean, I understand. So earlier, we're gonna wrap this podcast up soon. But earlier, I mentioned how I'm split on the gun rights thing, because there's still crimes either way. Like there's still crimes if guns are legal or not.
And it's not hard to kill people. Like
No.
people like to act like guns are the only way you can kill people.
Guns might make you more confident.
Yeah, but
But most people aren't going to kill people unless they're a little bit deranged in the first place. So, like, unless you're, like, literally defending yourself, you know? But, like,
right.
if you're, like, want to murder someone, you will probably find a way either way, yeah, so. But the main thing about gun bans is that it will stop massacres. There's no argument about stopping massacres. Like, you cannot, people will be like, this is what Republicans say, like normal conservative people. They'll be like, oh, guns kill people? Why don't you also ban cars? Why don't you also ban food? Because people choke on food. And it's like, okay, but you cannot drive a car into a building and cause a massacre. Like, your car will just crash. You can't do that. It won't work. Or you'd have to literally blow your car up somehow, and that would be more like a bomb or something at that point.
Or do it like they did in London, where they got like a box truck and then just ran people over outside of that concert or whatever.
Yeah, you'd have to do it like that, where you'd have to run people over outside. But even
another one is knives. They're like, someone could just run around with a knife and stab people.
No, because you can run away.
I know.
We've talked about this on the podcast before. You can literally run away from a guy with a knife. You can't run away from a guy with a gun. And also, a guy with a gun can go blah, 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 and a guy with a knife has to go stab, yank out. Oh, I didn't actually kill him. I just stabbed him. He's still alive. Stab again. Yank out. Is he dead? He might survive. So one more. Stab. Yank out. Okay, who else wants to die? Thank you for not running. Stab. Like, there's no argument. So and again, I think I'm 100% positive. We talked about this on podcasts before, but homicide rates are all handguns. Banning assault rifles will not do shit about homicides. I agree. I don't know how to stop gun-related homicides.
I would say
I don't know how. That's where I don't know.
Clean up poor areas.
Yeah, that's that. The real solution is education
and poverty.
And ending poverty. Yeah, the real solution is like socialist shit that no one ever wants to talk about.
Not even necessarily socialist, like just literally end poverty. Like, it doesn't even matter how you get there.
Yeah.
If you can end poverty without killing the poor people, but you do it fully capitalist,
there's big
like,
picture ways to solve problems, and it's hard for people to wrap their head around like a big picture, because if they think there's one flaw in any step of the way, they're like, wait a minute, we're not doing this.
Your whole plan's flawed. And it's like, well, maybe one step is like.
But like big businesses will open up little places in those areas, and then they like won't hire people who live there, and like and then like that money, the people who shop there don't live there either, so it doesn't help that local economy at all.
Just it's gentrification.
Yeah, so like. There's bad ways that really just help like a business, and then there's like good ways. So, and I would say what we should do is like decriminalize a lot of things, and then put more money towards education, and then higher wages, and stuff like that. Oh yeah, healthcare should just be a right. I mean, make it easier to live. And if it's easier to live, crime will literally go down because people won't need to steal to survive, for one.
Or sell drugs.
Right, or sell drugs, yeah.
I think if we did what Switzerland did and legalized all drugs, but you have to get them from the government.
Yeah.
And you have to take them in the presence of the government, we would end the drug problem in, like, I think Switzerland did it in 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, they went from, like, a bunch of people being addicted to heroin to, like, they have, like, 3 people left in the program.
Right. And the only thing stopping it is a random dude saying, oh, so you just want to give people drugs.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah, but the research shows it works. Oh, so you just want... No, yes, the research shows it works. It will end the problem. Oh, so you just want to give people drugs. That's what we're going up against. And then people in the center are like, his opinion is just as valid as yours. I'm sorry. So... Yeah. The way to stop crime and homicides that's a problem that has nothing to do with owning guns, and that's why I do think people should have the right to defend themselves if people are attacking them, and so I think there's nothing really wrong with handguns. Also, there's like family heirloom stuff and stuff like that too. Like a gun can have significant meaning to you because people used to hunt to survive, and that shit could get passed down too. Like.
My family was doing that until 2 generations ago.
Yeah.
Like.
Some of the guns that we got passed down to us from our grandpa were guns that he got passed down to him. So it's like, it's just a thing. Like, I can understand reasons to own guns. Again, even I would use, like, the revolver I technically own, I just don't have with me because I don't have a gun card. Like, I would use it to defend myself, even though it's an old-ass revolver, I would use it.
The old ones are better all the time, as long as it's
taken
care of.
It is, because I've shot it before. I've shot all the guns that all my brother's supposed to have, and all my dad's guns, and it's a snub nose 5-round revolver, so it's like very, very short range and not very accurate. Don't come in my house because I don't need you to be far away. This is not much room in here, motherfucker. Don't come in here. But yeah, so I understand all that. I really don't see the issue there, and I think that I think people would just kill less. Obviously, psycho people are going to exist. Psycho people are going to kill no matter what. But ban assault rifles, because assault rifles are why we have school shootings and other massacres, like whatever, like the nightclub massacres and stuff. So, and there's really no reason to own an assault rifle other than it's cool to shoot them.
I think they should be legal at, like, gun ranges with a specific license.
Legal with people who are, like, a license where you basically have to take a class, get training.
Yeah, so, like, everyone can take the FOID card that's, like, equivalent to, like, a driver's license, and then you have to get your, like, CDL,
FOID
basically.
card, you just write your name down.
Right, well...
Getting
I'm saying, like, if your FOID card's your driver's license, then getting your assault rifle license is like getting your CDL. Like, it takes a little bit more. Anyone can do it, but
Shane's
you have to
point
pass.
is true that it's easier to get a gun card than a driver's license, but
I have one.
But I see what you're saying though, that I see what you're saying, that like I agree with this too, because in Japan has like very small amounts of gun related homicides, and Japan has legal guns. I don't think any country. Well, anyway.
God damn, this is valid. Wait, I got this last year. This is valid for 10 years.
Hell yeah, brother.
I need to get one of those.
I
have a gun. I can shoot the same way you do.
I have one too, and I just don't have it.
Just write your name down.
My libertarian older brother has mine and my little brother's guns, and he takes care of them. And he also has an AR-15 and a bunch of fucking. He has like a giant fucking collection of guns because he's a libertarian. That's all I need to say about that. And I just have to go up to him and be like, "Can I have my gun?" He'll just give it to me. So, like, but I don't. Yeah, I can't legally have it, so I don't have it.
You literally just like sign up for it.
Yeah, I know.
They take the photo from your driver's license, all the data from your driver's license.
Yeah, I know. It takes a bunch of my friends just did it one day. Like, it takes like a few minutes.
But it takes forever to get.
Oh.
Like this, I signed up for it in like probably 2019, and I didn't get it until 2020.
I think in Illinois they make you wait forever.
No, it's not even that. They were just like backlogged. They didn't do them. They like reallocated all the funds from doing FOID cards to something else.
Huh. It's from it goes through the state police. So
it goes through the state police, and they like fucked up their budget.
Oh.
And so they didn't do any FOID cards, so it took another year to get it.
We're going a big tangent, but this conversation's a tangent in the first place of a tangent, so it's okay if we...
I'm vaccinated.
We're all vaccinated. Oh no, Jeremy, you're not vaccinated.
No.
It's okay.
Oh yeah, we got vaccinated.
We should talk about that. Okay, let's talk about it really fast then.
We got vaccinated. I got really sick. Tyler didn't.
Yeah, Shane got sick, and I did not get sick. We got the shot the same day, same time.
And you got the Johnson & Johnson one?
Yeah, we got the Johnson & Johnson one. I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah.
So everyone, first of all, Jeremiah's in her bubble, so that's why it's okay to do the podcast. Second of all, because we've been doing it the entire pandemic.
Yeah.
But we also don't go out and party and go.
And now we're vaccinated. So.
Yeah. Well, and now it's even more okay because even if Jeremiah's not vaccinated, the other two fuckers here are. So it really doesn't fucking matter at this point.
But yeah, I got sick.
If you have a party, only one person is allowed to be not vaccinated at the party. Otherwise, if you have two people there, then those two are gonna give it to each other.
But I got a fever and a really bad headache.
Yeah. You didn't throw up at all, did you? Mm-mm. You just felt like shit.
I just felt like shit. I had body aches and I was just tired.
Yeah. Shane texted me at 1 or 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And was like, I have 100-something degree fever.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. Yeah, so I knew you weren't going to come into work that day, which was fine.
Yeah.
I was just like, I hope he's fine in a few days. And you were like, fine that day. You're like, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. I slept until 4 that day and I woke up and I'm like, it's over.
Yeah, dude, Heidi said that she went to bed at 7 p.m. and normally she goes to bed at 2 a.m. So
oh my God.
I was like, damn, dude. And she's like, I just needed to sleep after the shot.
Yeah. I slept forever.
I didn't sleep. I actually I think I lost sleep.
Yeah. Well, I didn't sleep well that night, but then once I finally passed out, I slept through the day.
I just couldn't sleep. I just had energy.
Yeah.
I had one Diet Coke.
Apparently, Kelsey.
Kelsey threw up.
Yeah, apparently
Kelsey was
she got
sick
a heart.
as fuck. Yeah.
But she had also had COVID.
Yeah, they say if you have it, then it's like worse for you or something.
Yeah, but they also say if you're younger.
Val told me that. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Because Val was getting nervous because she had it too.
If you're younger, it'll hit you harder because your immune system's stronger.
Yeah, so it's like rejecting the.
No, it's good. It's like fighting the vaccine, but in a good way.
Well, yeah. I just assumed you got sick because it was your immune system was like rejecting the vaccine, basically.
It wasn't. No, it's not like rejecting.
Okay.
It's like. It's somehow it's good.
It's fighting the part.
Yeah.
That's the bad part of the vaccine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like
good.
It's
that
like
makes no sense still, but
it's like good
it
because
sense in the first place, so it's fine.
It's good because the way your immune system works is once you beat one thing, your immune system knows how to beat it the next time, so it deals with it faster. Right. So, yeah, that's what happened.
My 3 best friends from high school have been vaccinated finally. A lot of people I know are getting vaccinated like right around this time. So, if you're out there, if you work every day, and if you're around strangers and people, like, if you're around people that's not in your bubble and it's because of work, it's 100% okay to go get vaccinated. If you fit that cause, if you fit that like ability to get vaccinated right now, and you're like, no, more people need it more, just go fucking do it. Don't worry about if people need it more than you. They literally had months to get theirs. Like, that was the whole point of why they got it first.
Just go get one.
Yeah, just go get it. Get it knocked out. The one we did was the Johnson one, and it was a one-time thing. We don't have to go back. You can just go do that. And let the other people have the Pfizer one. That's fine. Like, just go get it done. And then, obviously, a lot of people still can't go get it. A lot of people who, like, some people still, like, work at home and stuff and do Zoom calls and shit. So, like, whatever, you know? But for those of you who have to be around people, it's worth it. You don't want to give it to your family or anything, you know, so just go do it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, for me, the worst thing that happened was my arm hurt for like a day. And I say hurt, I meant like it just felt a little bit different.
My arm was hella sore.
It was
like a tetanus shot.
I don't know how to describe it. It definitely felt like I got a shot that day, and like if I touched it, it was sore. But like it's just you can like feel it, like you just feel it in your body. It's just like you got pinched really hard, like any shot basically. But it was weird, but whatever.
Yeah, my arm was sore, but like whenever I touched it, it didn't hurt. It was like whenever I did this, I was like, it's still sore.
Like kind of flexed it from the shoulder.
Yeah. My friend said he can barely lift his arm, but he's also like underweight, so I don't know. I don't know what any of this means. But it's just go do it so we can it's been a year. It's been a fucking year. Because the only way we're going to solve this fight at this point is with the vaccine. And there's probably going to be more strands of it. So, but still.
I'm kind of waiting to see how the other strands that we've already got here are going to affect it.
Right.
I know the one, they said, we have at least 3 strands. Or strains, or whatever, of it in the United States.
Death Stranding, yes.
And the main one, the vaccine will stop.
Yeah.
One of them, the vaccine stops a little bit less well, and there's another one that I think they're not sure if it's going to do it or not.
Right. Yeah.
And
you shouldn't go around kissing strangers quite yet.
Yeah.
If you get it. Sorry, Shane. But you can, you could just live a little bit more comfortably. And again, it's just nice to know that you can, visit your dad and mom or whatever, and you don't worry about, them dying because of you.
Right.
Or you dying because of them.
Or you dying.
Well, you can still spread it, right? Like, that's part of the vaccine is you can spread it, you just won't die from it.
Yeah.
Like, you can catch it and spread it.
I was wrong about that.
Oh, you can still spread it to people. But
you can... We have a 68% infection... Well, 68% protection against infection 98% protection against death or serious illness.
That's pretty good. Yeah. That's pretty good. If you get it and you have a strong chance of not dying. Oh yeah, I told Shane this.
98% chance though. That's pretty close to what it is without. Right? Like it's like 2% of people who.
If you get it, you won't die. Like it's guaranteed you won't die.
Oh, I thought that was the 98% you just said.
Yeah, you're protected against it.
I think like you have to remember, he's talking about like 98% on top of that already. Like what you're talking about, like because like a lot of people who get it don't die. But that's because most people who die who get it have like some sort of other health issue, and so he's saying is like this will help even like through that basically.
Okay.
So he's saying is that like it's just like super rare and unlikely that you'll die from COVID if you have it, which means you should probably get it, especially if you're worried about if you're younger and you're like, well, COVID probably won't kill me, but there's other people who are like actually like one of my friends who got it before me is he is medically obese, and so he was worried about dying.
Right.
Like, he was worried about actually just dying. So, yeah. And even if you don't, like we had Jenna on here, and she was saying she was sick as fuck, and when she had some asthma attack going on, and she like couldn't breathe during that only though. But imagine if you do have asthma, you're just fucking gonna die. Like,
right, yeah.
So like, yeah, it's worth getting.
I totally get why people are getting it.
At that point,
I've always been a little bit of a conspiracy theorist. I'm not all in the. I'm not one of the completely nuts ones.
You don't think
I want to see what happens.
You don't think they're
putting? I just want to see what it is.
You don't think they're putting nanomachine cameras inside you,
right? Yeah, no.
But you're worried about like if this is even like as good as they say. Basically.
It's just it was like I know they put a lot of effort into it. It just happened very quick that they got 3 of them out.
It is hard to it's hard to trust Big Pharma. I'll say that.
It's incredibly hard to trust Big Pharma.
Big Pharma fucking blows dick.
I'm not even saying all of them are bad. I just want to know if one of them's bad,
right? Before
I just go get stuck.
I, on the other hand, I just don't care that much. So I just wanted to get it done and over with, and that's it. That's all we have to say about that. I just want to say that yes, Shane got sick, and yes, our other coworker got sick, but they both got over it in a day. So if you're really worried about it,
it's better than being sick for 2 weeks or impossibly dying from COVID.
If you get COVID, you will be sick for way longer than 1 day, and it will feel way worse than what Shane had. So if you're worried about getting sick, don't let that stop you. A lot of people, my mom messaged me like 4 days in a row asking if I was okay. And I was like, I literally had no issues the entire time. It's like, yeah. Is my mic not on now?
Nope.
It was on earlier.
Yep.
Did it get unplugged?
I'm not.
Wait, is our mic on? Okay.
Yeah, our mic's working.
No, this mic was working earlier because I was watching this the whole time.
It was definitely working earlier.
I wonder when it stopped working. Well, that's okay because this episode's gone way over. Because now that
I found a $50 gift card in my wallet.
No shit.
Yeah.
Shane.
I must have gotten it for Christmas or something and forgot about it.
All right. Well, we're ending this podcast because we're on Spotify now, so we're supposed to not go too much further than like an hour.
It was like an hour 23 was like max.
Yeah, we're at an hour 23 now, so we have to end this one, and like hopefully it'll let me do it still.
Cards. Like I have all these fucking gift cards that I don't know if like this one still has $10 on it that I haven't used.
Say goodbye.
Goodbye. Love you. Wasteland Podcast signing out.